Hey guys, it's Coco. I hope the lighting in this video is a little bit okay because it's so dark and gloomy outside, and I don't know, this is my only proper white wall in my house. So I'm praying to God that it's good enough for you guys to watch. No makeup day again. Why do I always end up in this situation? But whatever. I make a lot of advice videos for you guys, and I tell you how to tackle certain situations, how to handle stuff in life, and how to get somewhere. But something that a lot of people are afraid of and that's still holding them back in doing a lot of things is rejection, or a fear of rejection. So today I wanted to talk about rejection, how I personally handle it, or my coping mechanisms, and how I changed my thinking on rejection in order to become less afraid of it, because that's basically like the goal, right? Because you cannot avoid rejection. Well, you can, and that is by staying inside where you are and never moving forward in life. And I'm just assuming that you guys want to get somewhere, want to achieve stuff, and in order to do that, you're just going to have to face rejection. So I just want to help you guys to change your view on it, to help you accept it. So yeah. Also, if you're wondering, I'm wearing Shiku Shiku and I'm layering today. So the lower choker is the Rose Opal Crystal Choker with the Swarovski, and the upper one is the Mademoiselle. Okay, so let's get right into the topic at hand. How to handle rejection. I found this phrase somewhere, and it really it struck a chord with me, so I wanted to repeat it for you guys. Rejection is just a sign of you pushing the limits. Wow, that blew my mind, because that is so true. The fact that you are being rejected means that you are moving to your limits, that you are trying to cross your limits. And it's just such a good sign in your life, because if in order to get over those limits, in order to grow, you need to get over the limits, right? So it's such a good sign you're pushing your own limits. How cool is that? So that's just a way of thinking about it, because that's just how it really is. In order to get somewhere in life, you're going to have to either ask things of people, take certain risks, talk to people, and try to, go out and get what you want, because nothing's just going to come flying at you. It doesn't happen. And the fact that you're going to go out there and try to get things for yourself means that you'll not always get that, and that you will have to be able to handle being rejected. But you also have to remember, if you are not going to be rejected, if you're going to stay afraid of being rejected, you're going to stay exactly where you are, and you're not going to accomplish anything, because you just can't if you have that fear. So the first thing that I would like to say is that you have to know your worth. You have to know that you're a good person, that you're smart, that you can get places, you're a hard worker, and you're worth people's time and effort. And if they don't see that, it's their loss, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's not anything personal, because you know what you're worth, and you're just going to find the right people or the right opportunities. So people who are able to deal with rejection just know how much they are worth, and they have respect for themselves up to that point. So make sure that you hold yourself at a high standard. Another thing about rejection is that it's smart to just accept it right away. Something I say in a lot of my videos is that you can choose a lot of your thinking. You can choose to flip switches in your head. Do you know that? You can just switch off something. You can decide right now, I'm just not going to be sad about this anymore, and not be sad about it. It might sound ridiculous, but you can try it. If you really have build up that mental strength, you can actually turn switches. And it's really important for you to stop whining about it, stop being a little bitch about it, basically, and just accept your rejection. Don't get mad about it. Just handle it with grace and self-respect, and move on to the next opportunity. Another thing about being rejected is that you need to take this as a chance. You have to learn from your rejection. Think about, why am I rejected? What did I do wrong? Are they the right person for me? Do I need to find another type of person or another type of opportunity? Do I need to change something about me? Do I have to change my way of going and trying to get these opportunities? Learn from them, improve, work on yourself, and try again. Know that it's really great sometimes to be rejected, because then you can know how to improve yourself. If everyone would just say yes to you all the time, how do I phrase this right? If nobody would ever critique you, you would never be able to grow and change yourself and know these things about yourself that you might want to change or improve. So in order to be able to improve yourself, you need criticism, and that's what rejection is. A lot of people say that you shouldn't take rejection personal, and I agree with that up to a certain level. Being rejected does not mean that you're a bad person, that you're not good, or whatever like that. And that's the self-respect thing that I was talking about a little bit ago. you have to know your own worth, and you know, and that's like, you know, you need to do that. But to a certain extent, you need to accept that you might not be perfect yet, you know? And I think that a lot of people would say, like, it's not personal. Forget that sometimes, you know, it can be personal because there's stuff about yourself that you might not realize, but are just not really great, like, business-wise or whatever. And that you might, you know, want to improve on. And that's okay, too. It's also okay to just, you know, acknowledge that. So no, it doesn't make you a bad person, but you can sometimes turn it into something positive where you can improve yourself and work on yourself. So that was my little like motivational talk on rejection. I've handled so much rejection in my life, but I've never let it stop me, and I've always continued on, and it just like, it doesn't really hurt me anymore because, you know, after a while, when you've been rejected a lot of times, you start getting a little bit numb to it, and you're just like, okay, moving on. And I think that's like the healthy way of looking at it. I mean, you know, I'm working really hard towards my goals and my dreams of my jewelry business and stuff. And I hope that, you know, my hard work and my many rejections will eventually get me to where I want to be. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye!